What's up guys, I'm Kyle, also known as the Pandaman. In today's video, I'm gonna go over the most effective form of intermittent fasting. So what is intermittent fasting? When I first started fasting back in 2014, what I learned was that it was a 16-hour fast, give or take. So 16 hours of the day you would not be eating. Now that did not mean that you were eating the entire 8-hour block. Some people make that mistake. Well, I get 8 hours to eat. No. If you're gonna be doing that, first off the bat, get in your mind that it's still only 2 meals. But the 16/8, so again, I did that in 2014. I was getting ready for a bodybuilding show, and it was definitely better than your traditional 4 to 5 meals a day, caloric starvation type protocol that I was on for bodybuilding. Hunger was much more manageable, all this stuff. And I will tell you, after the show, I was able to maintain a much better shape for a longer period of time than previous shows where I'd starve myself and then blow up like a tick afterwards. It really does not move the needle for most people doing a 16-hour fast. Again, it is better than eating multiple times a day, but if you really want to get weight loss, you really want to reverse your insulin resistance, which is the root cause of every disease, you're going to have to go longer. Now, I've also read in books way back when I started studying this that women shouldn't go longer than about 14 hours because it was going to mess up their hormones. So at first, I started with that protocol for a lot of the women clients, and nothing was happening. So men, women, whatever it is, we need to go longer than 14 to 16 to 18 hours. So intermittent fasting, as most people refer to it, is a 16-hour fast. Next, I'm going to explain to you the best form of fasting with the foundation that you can do forever. Best form of intermittent fasting. Get rid of that term intermittent because that confuses people. Best foundation for fasting is OMAD. So a lot of people say, what is OMAD? 1 meal a day, it's an acronym. This sounds extreme for most people. When I told you that back in 2014, I started doing the 16-hour fast, there were some days when I would do an OMAD, and for me, that seemed extreme at the time. I remember just looking forward to that feast. I would usually have like a bunch of eggs, some really good oatmeal, and I would really just enjoy it. Probably a couple, I don't know if I was having chicken sandwiches with it, but I did that periodically. OMAD, 1 meal a day, if you place that meal, for most people at dinner, it's the simplest thing you're gonna do. You're gonna start having a lot more fasting time because when we eat, it takes the body 6 hours to get back into a fasted state, roughly. Most people are never fasted at all. If you get into this cadence of dinner, now the whole time that you're doing this and you accumulate week after week after week, insulin levels are gonna be lower, they're gonna keep coming down. And when that happens, that's when you can really start tapping into your body fat stores. That's when you can start reversing inflammation, insulin resistance, which is the root cause of every disease known to mankind. Now with that feast, and you can see some of my other videos for this, we're not putting parameters on it as far as how much. That's the last thing I address for people. I want people to feast and to eat and to enjoy that meal, eat until you're full. The way that I have people do the feast is they start with their fruit, then they go with anything that came from the earth, could be your animal protein, your potatoes, your rice, your veggies. And then on a regular night, the dessert would be like overnight oats. So I'll do that with some almond butter, Catalina Crunch on top, frozen blueberries, and it's delicious. But the 1 meal a day is the most effective form of fasting that you're gonna form a habit around. But you need to pair this with another form of fasting to really make it effective. So what are you supposed to pair with the 1 meal a day? So 1 meal a day is gonna be your foundation. That's where I would like you to be majority of your weeks and your days, 1 meal a day. Some people crush it with just doing that. What I find for many reasons beneficial is to sprinkle in 48, 72, or we can go over rolling 48s. So let me break these down for you. The Black Panda, what I teach people with my program and in my book is a 48-hour fast to start the week into OMAD, 1 meal a day. This is something that I found totally sustainable. Any nutrition plan should be functional and sustainable if it's worthy of your time. Think about that. Functional, you can do it in any setting. Sustainable, you can do it forever. How many diets does that actually apply to? Most diets are not functional, not sustainable. You're not gonna form a habit around it. But I found the Black Panda is a great lifestyle. Monday is the only day that I'm not eating. And people will say, what happens when you get to your goal weight? Well, I didn't really have a goal weight when I started this, but I came down to 225 the first summer, so that's 5 years ago now. And I still cruise right at 225. pretty much through non-effort, right? My body fat stays low because of what I'm doing with the hormones, with the fasting. Now that first summer also, I pretty much did a 72-hour fast every week. That was highly effective. 72s put in weekly. If you really have a serious body fat to lose, it's gonna do wonders for you. You get deeper into the fast, you get deeper into the fat burning, the autophagy, all these things that come along with fasting. But at the end of the summer, I said, okay, am I gonna form a habit around doing a 72-hour fast every week? And I said, I don't think I'm going to, because I love to eat. That might sound counterintuitive, somebody that's so into fasting, but that's why I created the Panda, was so I could be liberated from the bondage of food restrictions and weighing my food and counting calories and all this nonsense, having to eat at a minimum to maintain some type of decent body composition. So you have your 48 into one meal a day. Now, what else can you sprinkle in? As I said, the 72s. If you got a lot of weight to lose, I would be hitting that weekly. 72-hour fast. If you don't have a lot of weight to lose, I would do a 72 at least every quarter because of the effect that it has on rejuvenating and reigniting your immune system. So 72s you could put in there. I have clients right now that do a 72 and a 48 each week. They have a lot of weight to lose. So we're really pushing it. Lastly, another great method for people that need to lose some serious weight is rolling 48s. So you do a 48, so let's say Sunday night to Tuesday night, break. Have your feast Tuesday night. Then you go Tuesday night to Thursday night, feast. Thursday night to Saturday night, feast. You're doing rolling 48s, which again is very highly effective. All this stuff, guys, sounds much harder to do than it is. You have to clear the mental hurdle, the mental barrier, and realize that food is a drug. And it's gonna try to suck you in, and these voices are gonna come into your head, and people that are close to you are gonna tell you what you're doing is dangerous and you shouldn't do this. All these obstacles are gonna come flying your way, all this resistance for reasons why you should not do this. If you're gonna fast, this is the most effective form of fasting on the face of the earth. Rather than doing a 20-day fast, 21-day fast that you do once in your life, get into a cadence of one meal a day, and try hitting a 48 weekly, report back to me. Let me know the changes that you note in your body and your mind and your spirit. If you guys are liking my fasting information, click the link in the pinned comment below to get my free fasting manual that's loaded with jam-packed information just for you.